I'm Nicholas Griffin. I'm the Canada Research Chair in Philosophy at McMaster University and Director of the Bertrand Russel Research Centre at McMaster University. Of recent research, by far the most recent is this, which has just come out this afternoon. It relates to a book that Russell wrote in 1900 about the German philosopher Leibniz, a book that turned out to be very important, very influential in its influence on Leibniz scholarship. We now realize that it was as a result of his study of Leibniz that he came to understand what was wrong with his philosophy, because he found Leibniz suffered the same problems. And Russell, unlike Leibniz, saw his way through to a way of solving the problems. So in the archives, we have an enormous amount of material connected to this Leibniz book. And one of the things that we've just done, and which is now published today in the Journal for Bertrand Russell Studies, is that material. We have notes that he kept of his reading. We have notes that he kept in the books that he used. His main source is on the shelves just behind me, just behind my back. And we have also a series of lecture notes that were taken by a friend of his, another eminent philosopher, G.E. Moore, another Cambridge philosopher, who attended all the lectures and took notes on them. So we've published in this edition, a special edition of the Russell Journal, all this material, the lecture notes by Moore, Russell's notebooks, and the notes that he wrote in his books by Leibniz. And this completes the first half of a bigger project. This was something I did in collaboration with Rick Arthur, who's a colleague in the philosophy department at McMaster and who is a Leibniz expert, because obviously you need to be a Leibniz expert to handle all this material. And in collaboration also with Ken Blackwell, the former Russell archivist, and with a former graduate student of both Rick and myself, Jolan Gallagher, who had worked on both Leibniz and Russell as a graduate student. So all of us got together and combined our talents to produce a sort of a special triple issue of the journal. It's got lots of material in it. But that's the first half of the story. The second half of the story is that Rick and I are going on to do a book of essays on Russell's interpretation of Leibniz. And this, we have material drafted for this, but that is still in preparation. So that's coming later.